We want to talk today about aggression in pigs. Swine have a natural tendency toward aggression because they can be territorial and they are omnivores. So you have to be aware of keeping them in line at all times. We have a video called Dominating Your Pig. I would recommend everybody go and watch. So purchasing a pig from someone who keeps a swine herd may be a good idea, so that it's both socialized with humans and associated with other pigs. They learn respect in a herd, and herd hierarchy, and it helps them to understand you when you dominate it and to give in to your domination. Because if you don't dominate the pig, it will dominate you, and pigs can be very dangerous, even mini pigs, because they've got a tendency toward acting more like a predator, with biting and things like that. So, you should never allow your pig to disrespect your space, or with nipping. Pigs are the only animal without what's called bite inhibition, which means don't bite that's not to eat. But if they're biting aggressively, that's a whole other thing. So this pig here, this is Betty, and we sold her when she was about 2 months old. She did know how to be friendly to people, and she knew how to be in a swine herd, and she was taught to be respectful, but when she went to her new home, she was the boss. And she came back to us from her parents, who didn't want to keep her any longer, and she had a disrespect issue. It took us 4 hours to unload Betty off of the back of the pickup where she had been transported, and she turned aggressive and tried to attack me several times. The parents mentioned an attack on humans over a food dish. That should never ever happen. When she came in, she was aggressive toward the other pig we put her in. That's our boar back there sleeping in the sun. And she kicked him out of his pen and out into the rain. Now, again, just like with the goats, aggression in a swine herd toward one another is to be expected. They have to duke it out. There's not a lot you can do. But she was overly aggressive to him, and to the point where his health was at risk. So we had to put her in with the other females, and we thought, well, her mom and her grandma are going to kick her butt and put her back in her place. Nope, she went in there and dominated all of them. Again, nothing we can do about that. But her being aggressive toward humans, I worked on her day after day, while she was eating even, and pushed her deliberately out of the food dishes so that she knew that I could. So you never ever want to take guff from a pig, because these guys, even though they're mini pigs, they can be quite large, they can be fast, and they can be dangerous. We wound up actually succeeding with her, and I won, and she has no more respect issues toward humans. She gives ground when I approach. She gives ground when I push her out of the way, just to push her out of the way, just so she knows I can. You're not being mean about it, but you are being dominant about it, because if you don't dominate them, they'll dominate you. These farm animals, you have to be aware, they can be kept as pets, but you have to be aware that they're not just a pet. You can't treat them and spoil them just like a pet. They have to be dominated. You have to have them respectful, or you will end up injured, or somebody else will. And that's never a good place to be. So I would recommend pigs as a pet, but with the caution that you must keep control of the pig and be dominant over the pig, or the pig will dominate you. And you can't have an aggressive animal like that. This has been our 2 cents on aggression in swine.